Whoa, I was tiny. Hold on. My bad. I was in studio mode still. Welcome back, Beans. Welcome back. Thanks for waiting. Just needed to stretch. Okay. For some reason, it wouldn't let me change it in the... It wouldn't let me change it in the... Okay, thank you, Stream Elements. God. Screaming at me. Stream Elements screaming at me. Hey! Hey! Not quack. Okay. Continue. I think we're halfway through. Huh? You've got something for me today? I want to see it. Yes, I remember our agreement. One crow treat coming up. Now let's see it. A jade egg? Please don't tell me you got this from Mel. I guess I'll keep this for something later. It'd be a waste not to. Not from Mel. We know where that's been. Don't worry, this time it's nothing a positive attitude can't fix, but can I get help with a positive attitude? Nothing would make me happier than some incense. I need something special for, like, a potential someone, like, to meet. I'm trying to go all right? A charm for some, alright? Hey, LOTTIEO. Sorry for being vague, but if they read this, they might try something. I'm through with dealing with them. I just want some peace and quiet. You need to get them away from me. Send incense. Also, keep this a secret. Niesha. Okay, we go outside. We go home. No, sorry. We go to the garden. We harvest our plants. And we water. We watered that. Okay. Now we go up here. We harvest all of these. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Is she okay? Okay. And now we harvest these plants. And now we pick up the weeds. Did I water everything? I just did it so naturally that I forgot. Okay. So the first order is from Mel, and she wanted an incense. So this. And they want lavender something yellow, which I think is this one, but I might be wrong. Nope, yarrow. And then hollyhock. Here we go. Optimism incense, creep crafting. Oh, the other order is another incense. What plants do we need? We need a shield, so rosemary and Pluto, which is allium, which is not that one, it's this one. And it was an incense, right? Cleansing incense, okay. And then the last order is charm. A charm is the bag. So rose, heart. Pretty sure it's this yarrow. Sorry, not yarrow. And then Pluto was this one, right? Let me check. Calendula, Pluto. Yep. New love charm finished. Okay. Off we go to the village. Eesh, I'm a little nervous about seeing Ruth. That communication spell kind of went a little haywire, though it did seem to do the trick, so maybe everything's okay. You knock on Ruth's office door. Yes. You enter the office. Hello. Hello, LOTTIO. I'm glad you're here. Is something wrong? That spell from the other day. Oh no. It made me act so strangely. I got so mad and I said I'd quit, and I don't usually feel that way at all. I don't feel that way at all. I don't feel that way at all. But, of course, I'm glad the budget got figured out. But my goodness, I'm the mayor. I can't act like that. LOTTIO, is it possible to be allergic to magic? I don't think so. Maybe everyone is right. Perhaps I am falling apart. Maybe you shouldn't have put in that secret ingredient. Nah, come on now, Ruth. They still got the budget done. Also, I think anyone would have done what you did the way they were behaving. Yes, but it wasn't exactly the healthy way to handle that situation. I feel like everyone is avoiding me now. I tried to see what I could help with, but everyone said they got it. Mel even cleared my schedule for me. Also, Mel did not look well. I don't want her taking on any more work. You should look into the mirror, Ruth. That sounds like a good thing, too. And then Yesha cooked dinner last night and breakfast this morning. It's like everyone is treating me like a child. Getting old sucks, Ruth. Language, it sucks. Do you know what's really awful? I can't stop dreaming about going somewhere completely different with all this going on. Where I'm not the lady they all watch grow old and inept. I go on a grand adventure by myself. When people see me traveling alone, they think, wow, she must be a competent person to be traveling all alone. And they find me so interesting and ask me all the places I've been. And they tell me I should write a memoir, so I do. Wow. You should do it. Perhaps someday. But for now, I have too many responsibilities here. I mean, could someone else be mayor? I suppose that's true. Oh no, don't trigger Robo Ruth. Not that you shouldn't be mayor, it's just, if you want to do other things, all of what I just said is just a fantasy. I'm sure once the festival's over, I'll want to stay put right here. Though maybe with this day off, I'll indulge and read some travel guides at the library. Or I could check out one and read it in Jean's cafe while drinking a nice coffee. I've always wanted to do that. I think that sounds great. I should get going so you can enjoy your day. Thanks for stopping by, LOTTIO. I owe you for listening to my old lady rambles. Bye. I wonder if it would benefit Ruth to actually get out to Flora for a bit. It sounds like she really needs something new in her life. Oh! Mercury! It does seem like Ruth is struggling to communicate what she wants. If she even knows that herself. Maybe some things attributed to Mercury could help her. I should write that down in my grimoire. You enter Mel's office to find her sitting at her desk. Eek! You don't sound too good. In Cosmopolitan, it said if you smile, you instantly improve your mood. Achoo! I don't think this is a mood thing. Maybe Jean was right about the whole needing rest thing. But there are so many requests, demands, and favors. My schedule was already full to boot. But that's all right, because we have Cosmopolitan says this is just part of exploring the quantum cycle. The interface between interconnectedness and insight. The future will be a perennial unfolding in synchronicity. Whew, head rush. Do you have that spell I requested? Yeah, sure. Optimism. You sure you don't want cold medicine? Oh, it's just stress. But if I create a positive outlook on this quickly deteriorating situation before my eyes, then poof, stress gone, cold gone. Oof, I feel a little. Uh-oh. Here we go again. You may be ruled by stagnation without realizing it. Mel, I really don't think you're okay. And by not okay, you mean delirious. To embark on the vision quest is to become one with it. This is even worse than the other day. Have you found your myth? The infinite is calling to you via ultrasonic energy. What to do? What to do? I should light these incense. Mel tries to light them a match after match after match, but she keeps dropping them. Why don't you let me do that? You take the matches and light the incense. Mel sticks her face right into the smoke and inhales. Oh, optimism. I need to figure out how to get her out of this sickness-induced craze. They sort of caused this mess, but also let Mel get through it last time? Honestly, you don't have any better ideas. Alright, Mel, I need you to focus. We're going to try incantations again to get you through all of this again. Yes, teach me your witchy ways. Repeat after me, just like you did last time. Not burn them all. No more fear, no more fret. Everything is fine, don't forget. Yes, it is possible to eradicate the things that can extinguish us, but not without understanding on our side. That's right, I guess, but that wasn't the incantation at all. I love magic. I should have known you weren't listening. These incenses are really clearing up my... Mel, look at me. We're trying to do magic. You like magic, right? Magic makes all our problems go away. Yes. To do magic, I need you to repeat what I said. To do magic, I need to repeat what I say. Yes, just like that, but not that. Repeat the incantation with full intention. Repeat the incantation with full intention. Okay, stop. Just look at me and repeat the following words. Everything is fine, don't forget. No more fear, no more fret. Everything is... Don't forget. When the alignment of the stars is correct. So close. How should you navigate this karmic stratosphere? Life form, look within and recreate yourself. I don't think I can do this, Mel. To embark on the journey is to become one with it today. Science tells us that the essence of nature is peace. What do I do? That's right, LOTTIO. Keep it together. If anyone can lift Mel's mood enough to cure a cold, it's me. One more time, with passion. Mel, hear my words. No more fear, no more fret. Everything is fine. Don't... What the... Mel, you're supposed to be... What's going on here? Maybe if I grind up these incense and snort them, they'll be more effective. Mel, no! Those incense are lit! The optimism. It burns... Look, I had it all under control. Mel's about to have a major breakthrough, but... Okay, fine. Mel has been spouting nonsense and I tried to help, but I didn't know what to do. Is that a crime? Jean puts his hand on Mel's head. Oh, it's my genie poo. Come on, Mel, time to head home. Is there soup? Yay. Before Jean and Mel walk out, Jean stops and looks at you. By the way, it's not a crime not to know what to do. Jean carries Mel through the door and towards home. At least I tried. You arrive at Jonas's home. You can smell the stench of way too much cologne emanating from the door. I don't think there's a strong enough love spell to overcome this amount of cologne. Jonas, are you alive in there? Jonas stampedes to the door. Yes, it's spell time. More like smell time. Is all the cologne really necessary? Do you have my spell or not? Just saying. Sweet deal. All right, got to go. Not so fast, for you got to tell me something. Who's it for? Hot people, obviously. Not anyone more specific? Come on, you can tell me. Yeah, well, maybe it's you. Cute. Look at his face. Yeah, well, you need more than a spell for that. That's why I'm glad you're still here. You are? Well, yeah. I need a wing witch, obviously. Jeez. Right. A wing witch. And what exactly does a wing witch do? Helps me pick up hot people. Don't you have a festival to build? Yeah, but Mel said maybe I need a break after the other day. Mel advised taking a break? Yeah, why? It's nothing. It's probably a good idea. Great. So I thought maybe you could use some more of those magic words again. Even though they only kind of worked last time. But it's not like I have a lot of witches to choose from, so... Excuse me? I'm the best default witch there's ever was. Yes, of course you are. What was that? Did you say something? What do I have to do? Get on my knees and beg? Right, of course. Oh, great wing witch LOTTIO, please say magic words that I may attract hot people. Great wing witch LOTTIO has a nice ring to it. You guess you could spare some magic words for Jonas again, but is it really worth your effort? Oh, great one. Very well, how about this? May you find love that is loyal and true. Beauty wouldn't be bad, too. Great. I feel all juiced up. Time to charm. Jonas ties the new love charm to his belt. All right. Well, good luck. Aren't you coming with me? Coming with you where? I don't know. I was thinking about the park or something. The park? To pick up hot people. Sure, it's a nice day. Plenty of people will be walking around there. If you say so. What's wrong with the park? The parks are lovely. They sure are, but they're not the first place that comes to mind as pickup spots, at least not for dates. But like, Gene runs the only restaurant bar thing in town. He'll just shove Madeline in my face if I go there. He lets you eat them? Jealous. Maybe I can sneak you one. Fine, I'll come with you. You and Jonas head to the park and find a bench. At least Jonas was right about one thing. It is a nice day outside. How about that person? Or that one? Meh. Do you actually want to pick up hot people? Maybe hot people are overrated. I have an idea. What? Jonas takes off the charm and throws it. What the heck? It's not my charm's fault you can't meet hot people. And that's littering. Maybe someone else will pick it up who needs it. It's such a nice day. I think I'd rather sit here without a care in the world. Did you hear that? I never get tired of the outdoors, not to mention I tan well. Jonas, I think there's something in the... Mel, on the other hand, she just burns. I remember this one time she... Cute puppy! Woof woof! Woof! Doggy! What the heck is wrong with it? Aw, he just needs some brushing and a bath is all. Is that a real dog? I wonder if he has a home. I don't see a collar. Does Flora have an animal shelter? Yeesh, sorry. No, of course. You don't want to go there. Of course not, buddy. Don't listen to the nasty witch. What are you going to do then? Take him home? Yes. That was fast. When I commit, I commit. How about we get home and clean you up? That sound good, boy? Let's get going then. Just think, maybe him and Ramsey can be friends. A bird and a dog as friends. I'm sure that'll go well. What a great day. Let's get going. Jonas walks off with the dog beside him. Maybe your charm worked after all. Time for snacks with Jean. You walk up to Jean's house. You smell something cooking, but it doesn't smell like anything you smelled before. You knock on the door and Jean opens it up. Perfect timing. Come to the kitchen. Yes! You follow Jean into the kitchen and smell cheesy, buttery goodness. Would you like a grilled cheese sandwich? A grilled cheese sandwich? What's that? You've never had... Jean slams a plate in front of you. On it is a sandwich of melted cheese. She's never had a melted grilled cheese sando? What the? How? Those are so good. It looks greasy. Eat it. Okay. You take a bite. What is this? The melted cheese with crusty, buttery bread charred to perfection. Before you know it, it's all gone. Delicious, right? Delicious is an understatement. That sandwich could tame a demon. Have you really never had grilled cheese before? If food doesn't have some sort of magical intention behind it, there's no point in eating it. At least that's what my family says. Though I suppose my gran was a bit more relaxed on that concept. Want to learn how to make it? You teach me such an advanced technique? It's not advanced. Anyone can make it. I doubt that. Let me show you. You walk over to the stove. All Jean's does is slice some bread, butter it, and put some cheese on it. That's it? That's it. Of course. All the ingredients are of the highest quality. I baked the bread this morning. And churned the butter yourself? No, I purchased it from a farm in another village. And the cheese. The fewer the ingredients, the better quality they should be. Of course, most combinations of bread, butter, and cheese are wonderful. Are you making grilled cheese for the festival? No, I'm still working on the Madeleines. Well, you should definitely make grilled cheese if they don't work out. They're going to work out. Oh, of course they are. I was just saying, I just needed a break today. Make something simple. A dish doesn't need to be a work of art to be delicious. It can be the same with magic, you know. A simple spell is better than a more complex one, depending on the situation. Not every spell needs to be a ritual, my gran used to say. And did you listen? I mean bigger is showier. Who gets impressed by simple things? You like the grilled cheese. I don't think either of us is very good at listening. You have your own restaurant. Do you even have to listen to people? To customers and critics. Critics? Jean fell silence again. People who rate your restaurant. Oh, do you get a lot of those every once in a while? Sounds stressful. It is. They can either make you feel like a world-class chef or the complete opposite. If they're anything like my family, it's usually the complete opposite, so I get it. Will there be critics at the festival? You take Jean's silence as a yes. I see. I bet there isn't a critic who wouldn't love your grilled cheese. I'd criticize the critic for having no taste if there were the case. You could curse them. You'd let me do that? Of course. I'd rather you get a positive review. But you know where to find me if the day comes. I should probably get all this cleaned and return to studying. Sounds good. Thanks again for the grilled cheese. It must be hard to be creative with all that pressure. It's a circle. The sun. The sun represents creativity and ambition. Yes, that's perfect for Jean. Let's take note of that in my grimoire. You walk into the studio and see Nyesha cowering in a corner. Nyesha, are you okay? Thank God you're here. Please tell me you have the spell I requested. Sure. Incense. Great. Can you light them? Sure. Where do you keep the matches? Matches? Don't you have any? Not on me? No. Then how am I supposed to... Is that sound again? There is something in here, isn't there? Okay, fine. Yes, there is. Happy now? What are they? Who cares? Look at my precious paints. They've been drinking them straight from the bottle. I can't make art if they keep eating my supplies. But so much for smoking them out since someone doesn't carry matches on them. Yes, I get it. Witches love burning stuff, but that doesn't mean we walk around carrying matches. Anyways, it sounds like the critters are something more than your regular lousy energy. A basic cleansing incense isn't strong enough for them. What do we do then? Great. Another situation you're not great in. Meddling with the spirits is pretty advanced stuff, but maybe talking with them will help. It can't be that hard. Gran makes it look easy. And I'm Gran's best student. Well, we're going to have a chat with them. A chat? Just let me get a pot of tea with some biscuits then. Just salt will do. Have you got any? You're being serious. I've got salt. I use it for watercolor sometimes. Let me grab it. Nyesha goes off and grabs and gets the salt. Here you go. Now, I need to know one thing before we start. Do you know what these creatures are called? The last witch called them Fibbly Nibbles. Fibbly Nibblies. Fibbly what? Fibbly Nibblies. I've never heard of those, but okay. Now I need to... Hold on. You're not just like pulling my leg, are you? What do you mean? You actually believe me? Of course. There's definitely something in here, so yeah. I guess it'll be good to confront them finally. They caused me so many problems as a kid. You've seen the Fibbly Nibblies since you were a kid? Yeah, and they used to get me into all sorts of trouble at school. I couldn't concentrate as much as the other kids because of them. Then I would yell at them, and obviously no one else would see them, so... Well, maybe this time we'll get it sorted out once and for all, okay? Thanks. Now I need to cast a circle, and once it's cast, neither of us can leave it until it's down. Until I take it down. Yeah, sure. You pour some salt in your hands. You notice bits of dirt in it. Hopefully, the salt is good enough. Earth, elements of trees, rock, and flowers. I call on to you to guide and guard us in this circle. Air, element of thoughts and communication. I call on you to guide and guard us in this circle. Fire, element of passion and creativity. I call on you to guide and guard us in this circle. Water, element of the ebb and flow of life. I call on you to guide and guard us in this circle. All right, we should be good now to start talking. Go ahead and ask your first question. Why? Why are you here? You take a deep breath, empty your mind, and wait an answer from the Fibbly Nibblies. Do you hear anything? Give me a second. You take a few moments but don't hear anything. Nyesha be lying. No, the story about her childhood sounds too sincere. And you could definitely sense at least something's energy in here. You listen for a few moments when... I think I hear something. Really? What are they saying? I'm not sure. They're speaking in a language I feel like I almost understand, but don't. Ugh, they're doing that again. They talk like that when they're extra annoyed. You can understand them then. If you can talk to them, then why am I doing this? I can't talk to them when they're like this. That's why I need your help. You get the feeling there's more going on here than Yesha's telling you. Let me see what I can figure out then. Any information, even slightly wrong, is good information, right? You think you hear them saying, help? All they do is terrorize me. Maybe they think they're helping. I would love to know their definition of help. So far, all they've done is sabotage any semblance of my reputation in this village. Ugh, it doesn't matter what they want. What will make them go away? You feel like you just barely understand what they're saying. When they want? What about what I want? This is my studio space. Unfortunately, property laws don't apply to the Fae. You're not getting much out of this conversation. You can sense the Fibblies Nibblies' presence, but you still can't completely understand them. Maybe you need to take another approach with Nyesha and her little spirit friends. LOTTIO, what am I supposed to do? You don't know. Maybe? Do you know how hard I've worked to get people to take me seriously again? I had to get into a top art school, and then I had to be at the top of the top art school. So now I won't be friends with these creatures again. You know what? I think I'm just done here for today. I'm going to go home and work there. I've got too much to be dealing with this. Nyesha turns to walk out of the circle. Nyesha, wait! The circle! I need to take it! Before you can stop her, Nyesha steps out the circle. You both hear the sobbing and the fiddly nibblies. LOTTIO! Suddenly, a tornado of art supplies starts flinging paint across the walls. Thunderclouds of glitter explode. It's rain, charcoals, and pastels. Run! You both manage to escape the art studio in one piece, though you are a bit of a mess. Let's wait for things to settle down. We'll come back later to clean up the mess. It doesn't matter. All my art supplies is ruined now. I'm not getting the mural done for the festival. Nyesha runs off towards home. You think about chasing her for a second, but maybe she needs some time alone. Maybe trying to talk to the Fibbly Nibblies wasn't such a good idea after all. I kind of don't want to go in there. I won't blame Devin if they still want to be alone. You knock on the door. Come in. You enter the music studio. Devin still looks pretty down. Oh, LOTTIO. I thought you could use some company. Want to sit? You and Devin take a seat on the couch. You both sit there in silence for a bit. Devin puts their head on your shoulder. I'm sorry about yesterday. I feel like I keep asking you for spells and messing them up. I wouldn't blame yourself. Your sloppy handwriting didn't help, and neither did your half-knowledge of ruins. Why can't I ever seem to know what to do? I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to compose music for people. You make good tea? Oh my gosh, tea! Devin jumps off the couch. Should I make some? So impolite of me not to ask. That's not what I meant at all. I meant you make good tea as something you know how to do well. Oh, I see. Devin sits back down. I know. And get out of this stuffy studio. Yeah, I think I'd like that. You and Devin walk to the beach. I love the smell of the ocean. My town is on the coast too, so it reminds me of home. Do you miss home? A little. I look forward to bringing my family to Flora someday. I think they'd like it here. Want to take a seat on the rock over there? Sure. You and Devin take a seat. Getting out was a good suggestion. I'm feeling better already. Can I ask you something again? Of course. How do you know what spell to make people? Oh, wow, I experiment, but you usually get them right, which means you do something with intent. It's a skill passed down to the Von Tiesels and fine-tuned with our training. We take in people's feelings and sense what plants, crystal, minerals, etc. can help them. The more experienced a Von Tiesel witch is, the more precise they can be. That includes experience with people's feelings, but also the natural world. The more you dig into someone's feelings, and the more knowledge of more natural materials, and the more you have to work with, I see. I guess you can't use the skill to figure out what kind of music I should write. 1 second. Unfortunately not. But let me ask you a question, though. If you can compose any kind of music, what would it be? Honestly, I don't know. There are so many different instruments and sounds out there. I guess I'm sort of similar to you. The more types of music I can study, the more kinds I can write. That's why I like composing music for people. Everyone wants something a little different. And it's fun figuring out what people want, usually. So usually composing music isn't that difficult for you. I mean, there's always some challenge, but this feels like something a little more too... Music has the power to bring people together, and I want this music to bring Flora together. But I haven't figured out how to incorporate Flora yet. Maybe some local musicians can help. Have you asked Mel and Ruth about it? I'm too nervous. I feel like they've already given me enough, and there's not much time left. But I do want people to enjoy what I've composed this time, more than usual. Because you're writing for your best friend's festival? And you'll be listening too. Do you not want to hear? Of course I do. I just don't want you to stress out about me at all. I want you to compose whatever makes you happy. When you're happy, I'm happy. Thanks, LOTTIO. Niesha isn't the type who would ask you to compose music if she didn't think you could do it. That's true. From what I can tell, she loves this village. Chances are she wanted to ask someone she could trust. At least that's what I would do. I might have ruined that trust after yesterday, but beating myself up about it won't help anyone. Might as well head back to the studio and try again. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I guess we'll see. Thanks for walking with me, though. I know I'm pretty down, but it did help me cheer up. I'm glad. Good luck with the composing. The sun! Yes, creativity and optimism, just what Devin needs. Let me write that down in my grimoire. I think that's everyone, right? Okay, I think that's it. Tonight's the night, Ramsey. It's finally the full moon. All our work is going to pay off, and then we're out of here. Here, let me write some invitations real quick and grab some paper and a pen. Dear residents of Florida, meet me tonight at the festival grounds. Sincerely, your village witch LOTTIO Von Tiesel. That should do the trick. Ramsey, I need you to deliver all these to everyone today. Make sure they get them. I can't wait. I know, just the tree I'll sleep under when we get home. I'm going to finish up around here. I'll meet you in the village later tonight under the full moon. Oh, there was no requests for today. Okay, oops. Pull out my weeds. Oh no, I didn't make fertilizer. I totally forgot. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that, like, they don't disappear. Okay. Now get the weeds. Gotta get these weeds out. These are so persistent, like weeds in real life. Not going away at all. No things. Oh, who am I thinking about? Who do I want to think about? Oh, Devin? Clarity, success, vitality, productivity. Instincts, handling, intense. Emotions, enthusiasm, courage. Wheel of Fortune. Consequences of our actions, cycles, and adapting. Think strength. Guess to the village we go. You arrive at the festival grounds. The full moon shines brightly in the clear sky. Look, everyone's here already. This is going to go off without a hitch. Time to get myself together. You walk over to everyone. Oh, a ritual. How lovely. I should be baking. I'm tired. It is pretty late. The studio's still such a mess. Everything will be fine. Perfectly fine. Ahem. See? LOTTIO's here now. Thank you, Ruth. Welcome to the ritual. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. I'm just gonna say a few words. Use some power in this wonderful moon. Use some power of this wonderful full moon, and then we can be all on our way. Perfect festival granted. Guaranteed. All right, let's get this show on the road then. Ramsey, get into place. You take a deep breath. Oh, full moon, with your bright shining light, lend us your power on this very night. Provide a clear path for us to walk, away to a successful festival completely unblocked. We've worked this week to fix what was broken, so please acknowledge our devotion. The ritual is complete. You relax your body and take another deep breath. All right, I think we're good. Everyone feel better now. I feel full of... You need to get home. Oh. Wait, maybe I'll just take one more time to work? That's right. It may take some time to work. You can't rush magic. But isn't that what you're trying to do? I knew this would happen. I knew we couldn't trust you. Nyesha. No, I read the letter. I know the truth. LOTTIO's been messing with us the entire time, just like she did it with Coventpolitan. But I've been able to get my work done. Mel, there's something you really should know. Oh no, Yesha's going to tell. Your beloved Avon Elset from Cosmopolitan is LOTTIEO von Tiesel. Wait, what? LOTTIEO, is that true? That means all those rituals that backfired. Mel, it's not just those rituals, it's all the magic she's done for us here too. With all of LOTTIEO's boasting about her magic, don't you think things have only gotten weirder around here? Like Devin at the lake party? You were abnormally chill, even with all those people around. That's true. But I did ask us for a spell to make friends. That's exactly what I mean, Yesha. Let's calm down for a moment. You're not wrong. Perhaps there's an explanation. Have you forgotten LOTTIEO's relaxation spell? You wanted to go shopping, Mel. That might explain the other day. Yeah, Ruth was pretty angry, but we acted like brats. Okay, yes, but I've never seen Ruth like that. Ramsey, this isn't good. I talked to the Madelines. To those cookies you're working on? Cakes. She said they were possessed by their spirits. They called me a fool. LOTTIEO helped me talk to spirits too. Then they destroyed my studio. I got a dog, though I wanted a hot date. But I do love my dog. Psst. Ramsey, I think we should slowly sneak away. Try to tiptoe away, but before you can even make 3 steps, no. What? I'm just stretching. You look at Ramsey, he looks at you. This is it. This is the end. You nod to Ramsey to let him know it's been good times, but you know when your gran hears about this, it's not just your training that will come to an end. Did I really speak to the Madelines? You tried to hold it in, but... Explode. No, you didn't. It was me, LOTTIEO, and I admit to everything. Jean, I wanted to eat those Madelines so bad, but you kept throwing them in the trash. And Mel? Yeah. I'm Avon Elset, and what I did wasn't right at all. I used Cosmopolitan to release my frustration with my family and make fun of witches. I never thought of the consequences of my actions, and more recently, when you asked me to help you, I could tell how badly you wanted to get your work done, but I pushed it too far. Yesha. I've never talked to spirits successfully. That was supposed to be in my next chunk of training before I got sent here. Ruth, yes, LOTTIEO? I slipped something extra into your spell. Don't ask me what, which I know sounds bad, but you sounded like you need an extra push. Devin? Kind of the same with you, except I use the runes. Not really my specialty, but desperate times call for desperate measures, or so I thought. And Jonas? Well, you're just kind of easy to mess with, so... For real? For real. This is my first time having to use witchcraft to help folks out. I make the spells, but I feel like my magic is never enough, so I tried energy reading, incantations, or extra ingredients. I just wanted to do... This means I tend to take shortcuts when helping others. Not the best way to help people or do magic. Even this full moon ritual is a ploy. The full moon is a powerful way to amplify magic. I was hoping to fix everyone's problems tonight so I could get out of here. But it looks like I've actually done the opposite. Magic isn't supposed to be self-serving. Or for proving yourself or using people. Oh, not that kind of game? This is a cozy game. What do you mean? It's about energy and intention. My job as a witch is to help our energies work together and strengthen our intention. That's the only way to accomplish things we can't do alone. That means my energy, and your community's energy are supposed to work together to put the best harvest Festival Flora has ever seen. But I've done the opposite of a witch. Maybe your family is right. Maybe I really am. That's enough. Your magic did get out of hand, but how many of us asked for your magic expecting it to solve our problems immediately? Or asked LOTTIEO to do even more than we originally asked? Everyone remained silent. I don't say this to excuse LOTTIEO's actions. However, LOTTIEO is correct in that magic is all about energy and intention. We never intended to make magic work instead of facing our problems as a community. We just use magic to cover up and hide from our problems, whether we want to admit it or not. That's why the last witch left too. It's why Flora is the way it is today. I won't keep repeating that mistake. If we're going to start being more honest with each other, there's something I need to say. This is my last term as mayor. After this, I intend to travel all over the world. It's a dream I've had for a while, and I'm not getting any younger, so... Gran, that's great. Nyesha, I should have said this ages ago, and I kept saying it. But I'm proud of you. Not to ruin the mood, but who will be... Mel, I think you'd be an excellent candidate for mayor. I'd be happy to endorse you. Wow. That means so much for you to say that. Can I think it over? Of course. Devin turns to Nyesha. I don't want to perform at the festival. I'd rather work together with local musicians, bring the community in more, you know. Wow, really? That sounds like a great idea. I'm sure Gran and Mel would be happy to help. I thought you'd be disappointed. Devin, I would never be disappointed. You're my best friend. I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. I was just so worried about the festival. You know that special talent you have to reaching into people's souls and tearing them out? Yeah? Well, your music can also reach into people's souls and heal them. In fact, you just gave me an idea. What if I pulled together a community art project for the festival too? That sounds amazing. Let's bring this community together. Mel is right. I'm too focused on the Madelines, but I want to get them right, so please have patience. I know I get tunnel vision and push myself too hard. We all want this festival to succeed, but can we consider the festival a success if we burn ourselves out? Ruth is right. We need to approach this festival as a community. Ever since everyone's making a big confession, I feel like I have to make one too. But, well, I don't know if I have anything to confess, but I know how hard it is to be honest with people. But maybe if we all try together, it'll be easier for all of us. So yeah. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to say? You look around and see everyone chatting amongst themselves. Is it just you, or do you feel like the energy of Flora just shifted? Did you plan for this? Don't worry. I know you didn't. But I think Margie, your gran, did. Huh? What do you mean? I think it's getting pretty late. If there's one thing we could all use, it's a little rest, don't you think? Everyone nods in agreement. How about we wrap this up now? Everyone nods in agreement again as they let out yawns. You all make your way home. Yeah, that didn't go how I expected either. Do you think what Ruth said about Gran is right? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have put it past her either. Gran's teaching methods have always been a little different. But it looks like we're sticking around to the festival. For some reason, I'm feeling pretty happy about that. Yeah, with everyone working together, maybe we can do something pretty cool. Well, we should do as Ruth said and get some rest. Full moon success. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Well. I'm guessing by the end of this, I will be making a potion for everyone. Is it crystal time? What did you find this time? Ooh, Celestine. This is one of my favorites. Such a nice shade of blue. Gran would like this one too. I'll have to show it to her when we see her again. For now, though, we'll put it away for safekeeping. I think I'm ready to take that first step towards leaving Flora, but I won't lie. The idea of leaving is making me nervous. I wish there was some way to make Flora take Flora with me wherever I go. Are there incense or anything that could help? Hello, LOTTIO. I am a sad grump who needs to be kinder to myself. I can't keep letting mean people get to me. Do you have a charm for that? Woof! That's what I need. I think I figured it. I think I figured it. I think I figured out the music for the festival, but I still have to perform it. I think the piece is really good, but I can't just imagine myself playing with confidence. Maybe some incense to help me summon up courage could help. That's an odd sentence. That was a very odd sentence. I wasn't sure how to read it. What's going on with my roses? I feel like the roses haven't bloomed in an eternity. The weeds again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's good. Now these ones. It seems like it's that first set of plants that has the ones that don't grow immediately. Oh wait, did I get the weeds? I did. This is what happens when like things are a little bit repetitive. You're like, did I do this? The days just kind of blend in together. You don't know like what happened. Okay. Plant. Compost. Back to home. So first order. Plants. Lavender. Interesting. Lavender, geraniums, and yarrow. And you need an incense. Okay, memory incense. The second potion. My second craft. A charm. I was like, it was lavender, wasn't it? It's that lavender. And I think this was Pluto. Alum. Hello. A charm. And then keep crafting. One more order for Devon. Incense. That's an oil. Let me look at my recipes. I need 1 oil. Oops. 1 oil. 2 oil. oil. 1 potion. 1 incense. Okay, so 2 oil, 1 potion. Okay, I have too many. I have too many bottles. This is my last incense. Plants. The stars chamomile. Chamomile. White? No, yellow. Yarrow. And geranium. Shut this. It's an incense. Finished. Now we go back to the village. And we talk to people. On your way to the town square, you see Jonas and the dog running around together outside. Come here, boy. It looks like someone finally got a bath. Oh yes, he did. And now you're a beautiful boy, aren't you? Have you given him a name yet? Oh right. You forgot to give him a name? No, I just forgot to mention it. LOTTIO meets Caesar. He's settling in pretty well, I think. I'll take him down to the festival site later today and introduce him to everyone. You're going to come with me everywhere I go, right, boy? He's very golden retriever. He's got a golden retriever, and he himself is a golden retriever. Everywhere. Even on dates. Why, do you not like him? Does it matter if I like him? I mean, maybe because he's always going to be around, going to be near me. So if you want to be near me, Ramsey and I might be able to get used to having a dog around. Really? But only if he's a good boy. And you are a good boy, right, Caesar? Some of my crew members also have dogs, so they've been helping me figure things out. Caesar is my first pet, so I've learned a lot. The new love charm you made must have been pretty potent. I care about people and stuff, but I've never felt this way about something before. Like, I've always liked animals, but having an actual pet feels so different. I can't speak to pets, but witches are pretty close to their familiars. Yeah? They're kind of like a partner, right? Yep. Well, except when they don't let you nap. I tried explaining that napping is just a form of deep meditation to Ramsey, but he didn't buy it. I mean, it kind of is. My mind is calmest when I'm asleep. But apparently napping lacks intention or whatever. I mean, it sounds like Ramsey was just trying to help you. The other day, after I gave Caesar a bath and stuff, I started thinking about when I yelled at my crew again. And I started feeling sad and angry at myself. Caesar came up to me and just put his head on my lap and I calmed down. It reminded me that even though that one bad thing happened, my crew helped me a lot with Caesar. So if they aren't still mad at me, maybe I should stop being mad at myself. Caesar, you're pretty powerful for just being a pet. Whoa, you give Caesar pets? Maybe he's alright. You hear that, Caesar? The witch says you're alright. I knew you'd come around. Huh? You want to go for a walk? I suppose we could do that. LOTTIO, do you want to come with us? Let me think. Spending more time with both of you. I think I'd like that. Yeah, we'd like that too, right, Caesar? Woof. Cute. You, Jonas, and Caesar all go for a walk through the woods. Caesar has a good time sniffing around and barking at the birds. You and Jonas joke around and have a good time. Suddenly, Caesar runs off. Caesar, where are you going? Come here. I've had a dog for a few days and I've already lost him. I'm sure he'll come back. Caesar! Just as suddenly as he runs off, Caesar comes back. Caesar, don't scare me like that. Wait, what do you have there? Jonas takes a bouquet of wildflowers from Caesar's mouth. Did you bring me flowers? I think he brought me flowers. Just saying. Caesar nudges you with his snout. Oh, am I supposed to give these to... Jonas looks at you. You look at Jonas. These are for you. You take the wildflowers from Jonas. Thanks. I should get these into some water. We can walk you home then. We should get to the festival grounds anyways. Jonas and Caesar walk you home. You catch Jonas looking at you out the corner of your eye. When you do, you both look away from each other, blushing. Well, here we are. Good luck with meeting everyone today, Caesar. I'm sure he'll get along with the crew just fine. Yeah, I think so too. Catch you later. Venus. Jonas does seem to love Caesar, and it looks like he's working on being kinder to himself too. All right then, that's another thing to take note of in the grimoire. Interesting. Please let Mel be better. Please let Mel be better. You approach Mel's house and gently knock on the door. Come in. You enter the home and see Mel curled up on the couch with some soup. You know she's surrounded by flowers and other foods too. Don't I look in a sad state? Sorry. As we said at the full moon ritual, it's not entirely your fault. You're not the only one who got carried away. I got so worked up about everything needing to be perfect, about making sure everyone else is having a good time. To be at my best, I need to rest. So you're not mad at me? Of course not. I'm madder at myself than anyone. But tell me, do you think I'm boring? Huh? Not really. I mean, I did get to see what happens when magic goes wrong. That was an exciting experience, though potentially not a good one. But I don't call it boring. Why do you ask? Seems kind of out of the blue. Because I think everyone likes Jonas more than me. You're jealous of Jonas. I am. People are always laughing with him. More like at him. And he's always getting invited to parties. Do you like parties? Nah, I'm too old for that stuff now. But people just seem to like him. You don't think people like you? Me and Mel. Me and Mel need to become friends. I also feel like people don't like me all the time. Of course not. I'm the one managing the budgets. And who gets angry over toilets? And who has to tell Jonas and his crew to hurry up? Everyone hates me. You retake a look at the room. You notice all the food, flowers, and get well cards. Did Jean get all this stuff for you? No, but he made the super meeting. Then where is all of it from? Various people from the village, my co-workers at the town hall, etc. They heard about me feeling down and sent over all of this. I don't know where they found the time with everything that needs to get done. I'm understanding what you're saying. I'm understanding. Seems like a lot of effort. I know I wouldn't do that unless I like someone, like a lot. So you're saying people like me? I think so. Maybe you're like my gran. She's always scolding me, but she's always teaching me too. And even though she's a little stodgy, she has taught me a lot of neat spells. Without her, I wouldn't be here now. I don't know where I'd be if I'm completely honest. I'm trying to say that you are necessary, Mel. If everyone were a goofball like Jonas, nothing would get done. There wouldn't be any festivals at all. And what's more boring than that? Mel falls silent and looks around the room. You're right. I'm surrounded by the village's love right now, aren't I? Mel looks down at her bowl. And Jean's love, too. What did Jonas bring you? Mel's dart around the room. Oh my god, that brat! His sister's sick from stress and he hasn't come to see me? Knowing Jonas, he probably didn't want to bother. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Who could that be? Come in? Jonas walks in. Hey, sis. Perfect timing. What are you doing here? Jean said you weren't feeling well. Actually, I'm feeling a lot better right now. I think some rest has done me good. It's about time you tried that instead of all that magic. No offense, LOTTIO. No, I think we might have overdone it. Anyways, I thought I'd come over to see if you need any Nope. Everyone out. What? I just got here. I need to rest to ensure I'm in tip-top shape by tomorrow. This festival isn't going to organize itself. So come on, get. Mel shoos you and Jonas out of the house. Well, I guess I'll head back to work. Sheesh. It seems like she's on the mend anyhow. Yeah, I think she'll be all right. Knowing Mel, she'll be up and about by tomorrow. I should get going, though. Bye. Sounds like Mel struggles with finding balance in her life and realizing people do care about her wellness. Venus again. Venus? Maybe Mel shall incorporate things attributed to Venus in her life. Let me write that down in my grimoire. No, you going? Why is a fairy tale song in my head? You walk up to Ruth's home. After the full moon ritual, you wonder what state she'll be in. You knock on the door. LOTTIO, how good to see you. Are you here to deliver my spell? Yep, it's right here. Memory incense. Memory incense. You hand the memory incense to Ruth. Yes, these should help. What are you trying to do? You know what I mentioned at the full moon ritual? You're not being mayor and going traveling. Yes. So you intend to do that? Or you're not? No, I am, but as much as the idea of exploring the world excites me, I've never really left Flora. So the idea also terrifies me. I see. I feel that. Why pressure yourself to go when you know you can be comfortable right here? Yes, I think that's precisely it. I'm comfortable in Flora, even with my desire to leave. It's strange. I wish I could just take it with me wherever I go. Is that what the memory spell is for? Before I use these incense, I thought of taking a walk. Would you care to join me? A grand adventure with Ruth. Lead the way. While I appreciate the enthusiasm, you might be getting yourself a little too excited. You and Ruth head out to walk around Flora. First, you come to the lake. Have many happy memories with my daughter and Sniesha here. Both of them are so similar. They loved running and playing in the water and finding small little critters. I still listen to the cricket and the frogs when I come here. The sound takes me right back to their childhoods. I wish I could take this lake with me wherever I go. Ruth might have just given you an idea. Yes, you gave her the memory incense, which she can burn when she gets home, but what if you had another tool to help her keep her dearest memories close? Ruth? Yes, LOTTIO? What if I told you I had a tool that you could potentially use to take that lake with you? Is that some experimental magic? No, not at all. I've used it before, and it doesn't require magic at all. It might even improve your ability to use the memory incense, but it's not magic. No, it's more a sensory tool to help you focus and remember details. Interesting. What does it entail? You're already an avid walker, so you might already be doing some of these things. The gist of it being very mindful of your surroundings. When I find myself in a place I want to remember, I use my sense to create a sense of a snapshot. You can do this too by focusing on one sense at a time. Does that all make sense? You're right. It is something I've somewhat done on my walks before. I've never actively tried using my senses to create memories, but I think I'd be willing to try. Great. How about on this walk we do some practice then? That sounds like a good idea. Since we're already at the lake, let's try focusing on our senses here. Let's start with... So I focus on what I hear. Yep. I found closing my eyes tend to help with this. Okay. Ruth closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I can still hear the crickets and the frogs. But I also hear leaves and cattails swaying in the breeze. Hello, Ninja Flippy. How are you? I hope you're having a good evening. There's also the background noises of the festival grounds. This is a lot to take in. How are you doing tonight, Ninja Flippy? Are you doing okay? This is a lot to take in. Yeah, it can be, but don't worry about trying to hold on to everything just yet. I find it usually takes a few sessions to complete a snapshot. That makes sense. I think I'd like my way to make our way to the forest next. I always come here when I feel like hiding from the world. I used to be afraid of these woods. When I was a little girl, I played hide and seek at night here with my friends. I lost my way while looking for a hiding place, and suddenly all the trees looked like monsters. Fortunately, my screams let my friends find me. That's awful. It was at the time, but then I became determined to know these woods. And now, we're good friends. Ready to practice one of the senses? Sure. How about... I am, thank you. I worked on a few things today, turned off my brain, and watched some good brain rot on YouTube. I'm here now. You're so valid. I put on a bunch of horror games today while I was packing, but I kept having to take breaks because I was becoming overwhelmed. Ugh. So I had a somewhat stressful day, but I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll be less stressed. I wish I could just turn off my brain sometimes. Brain rot does help with that, though. Am I supposed to walk around and touch things? Sure, unless there are things you shouldn't touch, like animals or poison ivy. Try focusing on how the ground beneath your feet and the air against your skin feels. Okay, I think I understand. Ruth starts to walk around the woods. She puts her hands on a tree trunk and then on the forest floor. Everything is so warm. You can tell it's alive, but it's also slightly damp to the touch. That was very good. I think you're getting the hang of this. Thank you. I think this is a good exercise. It's also very relaxing, sort of like meditation. Yeah, it is. I think I know where I'd like to go next. It's to my secret spot. Whoa, I get to see Ruth's secret spot? Only if you know about it. Follow me. Yeah, me too. I've been trying to work on a few things the last month or two. Small things, day to day. Every once in a while, I just need to stop for a few and tell my brain to chill. I understand. I try to make like little checklists for myself. I have to have like physical checklists or I kind of forget. Ruth takes on a brisk walk through the woods. You can hardly keep up. You know, elevation is rising. Now you know why Ruth is in such great shape. How much further? You'll see. You have them puff your way up. Ruth seems fine. You come to a sudden clearing. We're here. Wow. After you catch your breath, you look out. You can see all of Flora from here and more. How far up did we just walk? Isn't it wonderful? This isn't my secret spot, if I'm completely honest. Our previous witch showed it to me. I want to try focusing on one of my senses up here. I think that's a great idea. How about you try... sight? Okay. Ruth takes a deep breath. Everything looks so tiny. Yet you can't tell yet you can tell it's so full of life. I can see the mountains, the beach, the village, and these landscapes are all so different. Yet they all belong together in the valley. If you were to take one away, it'd somehow be incomplete. I wish I could stay here forever, but I know I can't. I know I have to leave, even though I'll be back. When I return from my travels, this is the first spot I'll visit. Ruth turns to look at you. Thanks for coming up here with me, LOTTIO. Of course. This has been the best workout I've had in a long time. Fortunately, going downhill is much easier. Come on, let's go. That's smart. I need to do that for grocery shopping. I'll put grocery lists on a list of things to do. I used to keep a physical list on the fridge, but then when I moved in with Wesley, he really didn't look at my physical list very often, so we started doing Google Keep. So I don't know if you have Google like on your cell phone, we put lists on there. So like I just add on to the list there if I need to like remind him to do something, or I'll be like, can you put so and so on the list, or can you put this and this on the list? But like when it comes to like stream things, I like to have physical lists because I put them like right on my desk on top of like my keyboard or something like that. You and Ruth make your way back down the mountain and to her home. I think I'll have to practice the sensory technique more later. This might sound strange considering I just asked you for a way to remember Flora, but I wish you had something to help me cleanse a space too. Like as a final way of letting go and preparing myself to move on. Does that make sense? Of course. Kind of like taking what you want and then moving on. Yes, I think that's exactly it. Of course, I'm not asking for anything extra. These memory instants should really help. Well, I think it's back to the festival preparations. I've been away too long already. I'll be on my way then too. Bye. Something to help say goodbye and move on, but in a good way. Maybe a besom could help with that. They're for sweeping away energies to make space for new ones. I'm pretty sure I saw a small broom at Jimena's I could use. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied at this point. My mom did that too. She gave me a magnet pad to use for groceries when I got this apartment. I think I still have it in my closet. I'll have to check. It's easier for me to remember to do something. I have things in my hand. I know, I'm physical. I'm a more physical person as well. Because I used to have digital lists, but then I would just forget about the digital list. So that's why I started writing like my personal goals down. So then I can like keep track of it. But when my husband likes to be efficient, so whenever it's something involving Wesley, it's like it's technical. You walk up to Niesha's home and knock on the door. LOTTIEO, I know why you're here. You want to talk about what happened? Yeah. I've been worried about you. I guess that's fair. It's not every day you see a tornado of art supplies. You seem to have made yourself some interesting friends. How about going to our usual spot and talking about it? Sure, let's go. You and Niesha head to the beach. You feel like she's walking closer to you than usual. You arrive at the beach and sit on a couple of rocks. So, first you have to promise not to laugh. I'm a witch. If there's one person who's going to listen to someone about feisty spirits, it's me. I know, it's just the only person who ever believed me was the village witch. So I'm more used to people not believing me. What kind of spirits are they exactly? The last witch called them fibbly nibblies, but I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I've never heard of them, but that doesn't mean anything. Spirits aren't exactly my forte. They got me into so much trouble as a kid. They'd put on whoever was sitting in front of me. They'd pull on whoever was sitting in front of me's hair. They'd knock supplies off shelf. They'd even eat other kids' lunches. And then I would yell at them to stop and get scolded for shouting in the middle of class. Everyone thought I was acting out for attention, but that wasn't the case. I knew everyone would think that I was weird if I told them the truth. So I hid it, and that just made things worse. If the witch believed you, how come she didn't give you a cleansing spell? She tried, but Gran once again believed everything was fine. She thought I'd outgrow it. Clearly, I haven't. The witch left soon after that. It's a good thing I'm here then. Time to banish. No. See, the problem is they're my friends. Your friends? Yes. But they were in your childhood. Yeah. They got me into a lot of trouble, sure. But they're the ones who introduced me to art. And we used to get along most of the time. Just people don't understand them or me. Instead of listening to me, people would be like, just stop. Which in turn made things worse. Okay, now I'm lost. This is turning out to be story time with Niesha, isn't it? You know, Niesha fidgeting a lot with her hands. She must be feeling nervous still. Here. I'm not really romancing Niesha. You give Nyasha a big hug. It looks like she's calmed down a bit. This is hard to talk about, but here goes. I'm home alone one day, and as I usually am because Gran worked a lot, I hear this weird chattering coming from outside, so I go and take a look, except I don't see anything. But then I hear it again, but a little further off. So I follow it, but every time I think I've caught up, it's just a little farther away. Eventually, the chattering leads me to the old art studio. Gran boarded it up after my parents died, since they ran it. I hear the chattering again, except it's coming from inside this time. I pry a loose board off one of the windows and go inside, and that's when I see everything. Canvases, brushes, paints, charcoal, and more. It was like stumbling into a wonderland. Every time I think I'd found everything, their chattering led me to more supplies. Before I knew it, it's night, and I've created all this stuff. That's when I hear Gran and a group of villagers enter the studio. Ends up they've been looking for me. I hide, thinking I'm in trouble, but no, Gran is just happy I'm safe. I swear I saw a tear go down her face as she looked around the art studio, the only tear I've ever seen from her. She then declares that the village will reopen the studio. From then on, I spend most of my time here. And the Fiblina police? I chatted with them every day while I worked, bouncing ideas off them and stuff. Without them, I wouldn't be the artist that I am today. Wow. Now I want spirit friends. Goodbye, Nagy Ramsey. Ramsey seems a lot less troublesome than the Fiblina Blees, though. I suppose that's true. I don't know if I could deal with that. Also, I wish I would miss Ramsey. Do you think there's anything you could do to help me, or rather us? As I mentioned before, spirits aren't my forte, and you also want them to stick around. I have to think about it. I wonder if they're mad I left for school. Could be. Nyasha stands up and takes a big breath. Well, that's my story then. Now you know all about the Fiblina Blees. Are you going to head back to the studio? Yeah. I should probably get to cleaning. They should hopefully calm down. They tend to after a big blow up. If there's anything I can do, make sure to let me know. Yeah, will do. Well, I should get going now. Thanks again for the chat. Sure, anytime. Pluto? This is a planet of connection and boundaries, especially in relationships to spirits and such. Not surprising, considering Nyasha's strained relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies. Yeah, incorporating something associated with Pluto could help Nyasha. Time to write this in my grimoire. I have two more. I'll probably stop after helping these people on these days because there's been so much dialogue. You walk up to Jean's cafe. Jean's baking something super yummy. You walk into the cafe. You notice there's only one customer, but you can't tell who they are behind the newspaper they're reading. Hey, Jean. LOTTIEO, what are you doing here? Is that how you greet all your customers? The release charm? What is this? The release charm you asked for? I didn't ask for that, but I got a letter from you. Don't tell me he's refusing a spell again. You thought you were past that. I never sent a letter. You hear the rustling of the newspaper. You look over at the other customer. You see them wearing oversized sunglasses and a hat. Maybe they have a mustache too? But when you make eye contact, they quickly pull the newspaper back up. Eavesdropper. But the letter had your name on it. I told you I never wrote that letter. Maybe you wrote it in your sleep? I do not write in my sleep. I know. You have a twin. I do not have a twin. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to... The person reading the newspaper clears their throat. You and Jean look over at them. I think I have an explanation. The customer drops their newspaper and moves their hat, sunglasses, and mustache. I ordered the spell, Jean. Mel, you should be home. You're still sick. You didn't realize that customer was your wife? He's been too wrapped up in baking Madeleines to notice much these days. Just go and look in the trash. You walk over to the trash can. It's filled to the brim with Madeleines. They're all failures. And how would you know? Did you let anyone try them? All of these Madeleines are failures. But they smell so good and they look to be perfectly like gold. I do not serve failure at this cafe. Jean and Mel continue to quarrel, but you can't take Take your eyes off the trash can. You can feel the Madeline's radiating heat. She's about to grab a cookie. This girl's about to grab a cookie out of the trash. These Madelines are fresh. Your mouth begins to water. There doesn't seem to be anything else in the trash, so really, it's just a bin full of fresh, perfectly baked Madelines. That means you could totally. All because one critic said. That critic again. Who cares about critics when there's a whole bin of Madelines in front of you? Yeah, I knew it. All of these options are eat a Madeline. Yes, LOTTIO. There's no need to hold back now. Just reach your hand in. LOTTIO, what are you doing? They were calling to me. I know that's a lie, but they were. 1,000 little voices saying, eat me, eat me. Those voices were in your stomach. You know what? Mel's right. This tyranny ends today. I never said anything about tyranny. You take your hands and shove it in the trash bin of Madelines. Oh. Take a couple Madelines. Take a fistful of Madelines. I feel like she would take a fistful. You lock... Oh no. You lock eyes with Jean as you shove the fistful of Madelines into your mouth. Who cares about that you can barely chew them? They're finally in your mouth, and that's all that matters. You just ate from the... What? Does that bother you? Next thing you know, Mel shoves her hand into the trash bin of Madelines, locks eyes with Jean, and shoves the fistful of Madelines into her mouth. She coughs from hardly being able to breathe, but she stands proud in her defiance. You both just ate. You keep trying to keep eyes locked on Jean, but this buttery flavor, this light, fluffy texture, like a delicate cloud of... Am I in heaven? Jean, these are truly... You've seen Jean's expression change from horror to... Jean? Let me make some tea. Jean runs off to the kitchen and brings a tea tray. Let me grab a platter for the Madelines. Mel grabs a platter, puts some Madelines on it, and brings it back to the table. Jean, you simply must serve these at the festival, though ideally not from the trash bin. How could you ever think these were bad? Jean and Mel look at each other. There was a critic who came to the cafe. I didn't know he was coming until a few hours before, so I rushed and baked some Madelines along with a few other things. But while rushing to get everything, I forgot about the Madelines and let them bake too long. The next day, he said my dry Madelines revolted him in his review. I see. But that's the only negative review Jean's Cafe has ever gotten, isn't that right? Wow, really? That's impressive. Exactly. That's why I ordered the release charm. You ordered the spell? That explains the weird letter, Mel. I just want you to move on from one single critic who caught you on the wrong day. Honestly, he probably knew that when he wrote that review. When I had my issues in the city, you had the idea to move out here so I could be happy. So I could get away from all the people who didn't think I was capable. I realized how much of a sacrifice that was for you. This charm is my way of telling you not to let those kind of people that get you down. You're so talented, Jean. It's not worth spending your time on people who think otherwise. Thank you. Is Jean smiling? I suppose you won't be needing that curse. Curse? What curse? Cosmopolitan says only the most advanced witches should perform curses. And LOTTIO, you're still a witch in training. No, I don't think so. I should start preparing the ingredients for the batter. That way we can make it a day or so ahead and bake all the Madelines the day of. We can serve local tea blends along with them. Yes, I think that's an excellent idea. Let me write that down on my to-do list. I have a meeting with the vendors coming up so I can mention it then. It won't be too much work. Not at all. Mel raises her cup of tea. To the festival. To the festival. To the festival. Jean and Mel chug the rest of their tea. Let's do this. Yes. Suddenly, Jean and Mel take off, leaving you at the table. But you overhear them talking. You know, maybe you should consider writing the cookbook you've been thinking about after the festival. I keep all my recipes in my head. Jean memorizes all his recipes. But maybe writing them down would be good. Also, please go home and rest. Fine. Hey, doesn't Jimina's shop have an old journal? I bet Jean could use that. And I could enchant it for him too. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Whew. Okay, one last person to chit-chat to. You arrive at the studio. You don't hear any music coming from inside, though. I wonder if Devin is actually in there. You open the door and see Devin sitting by the window. "LOTTIEO, you're here." Devin runs over to you. "Do you have it? Do you have it?" "Whoa. I assume you mean the spell?" "It is right here." "Yes, this looks perfect. So you've got the song written then?" "Yeah, I do. After all the community talk at the full moon, I thought talking to some local musician. Blah, 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 blah. I thought talking to some local musicians would help. So Mel introduced me to some of them. After I finished speaking with them, I sat down and just wrote and wrote and wrote. Things finally clicked. Yeah, I'm sharing it with Mel and Booth today. But I wanted you to be the first one to hear it. Really? Mm-hmm. Even with everything that's happened, I could write this song because of you. But no more runes, okay? Yes, yes. If I start to panic, I want to figure out how to work through it. But not force my way through it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. So, you want to hear it? Of course. Just let me get comfy. Sure thing. Here, let's sit on over in these chairs. Devin takes a seat and brings out their guitar. As I do, suddenly you feel transported somewhere else, sitting around the fire with old friends, a bright, sunshine-filled garden. You can say something savory. Perhaps it's a stew? You realize these are all places of and things of comfort. There's a brightness to it, a sense of optimism. Even with long, hard days ahead, there will always be something good on the other side. As the chorus swells, you get a feeling of reassurance that all your hard work will pay off. Somehow, everything seems possible. Everyone will work together, and that collective energy will ensure the Harvest Festival's success. They won't even need a witch's blessing, and somehow you feel like that's exactly how it should be. Devin's song comes to an end. They take a deep breath. So, what do you think? I'm speechless. I feel like I fell into a trance. It wasn't too dissimilar to when we play music for our rituals. Words don't capture it. Wow, it made you speechless. I wasn't expecting that. Why did that piece of music affect you so much? I wonder if your music had such a strong effect because you were friends. Perhaps the strength of our bond amplified the power of the song. You see Devin turn bright red. Now I'm the speechless one. But of course, there's still the matter of playing for Ruth and Mel. That's the real reason I asked for the spell. When do you have to play for them? I'll probably head over a little after you leave. You know Devin asked you not to use runes anymore, but you still feel compelled to help them further. Devin said they wanted something that would help them work through their fear. Perhaps there's something more you can do. Devin, have you ever heard of countdown meditation? I don't want to risk the confidence spell with any other magic. It's not real magic. It is one of the techniques which is used to quiet the mind before performing magic. I don't see why a non-witch couldn't use it too, especially before something like a musical performance. Of course, we only have to try it if you want. Devin looks apprehensive. You can't blame them either. How much experience do you have with this? In all honesty, it's one of those things I probably need to practice more. I know the basic principles, but I'm not always successful in pulling it off. But I think I'll help the effectiveness of the confidence incense and increase your confidence in general without the spell. Let's try it then. Maybe this is the kind of technique I've been looking for. All right, let's get started then. You take the confidence incense and light them. You take a seat across from Devin. Let's close our eyes. We're going to count from 10. For each number, we'll focus on something. I usually use colors. There's currently 10 different colors in my garden, so we can work with those. So what am I doing? I'm going to say a number and a color, and I want you to focus on that color. The idea is to force your brain to focus on something other than your anxiety. Okay? Let's start. 10. A red rose. Devin takes a deep breath. You can tell they're still uncomfortable, but you're glad they're trying. 9. Maybe this will work. The orange calendula. 8. Yellow yarrow. They take another deep breath. This one is more noticeably deeper and longer than their initial one. You notice your breath is also deeper and longer too. 7. Green rosemary. Hi, Argyle. Devin's shoulders relax. You're impressed they've made it this far. Your mind usually starts to wander around now. 6. Blue pea flower. Devin takes another deep breath. 5. Pink hollyhock. You notice their knees relax. They fall a little closer to the ground. 4. Purple lavender. Their head drops. Are they asleep? 3. Burgundy geranium. Devin takes an even deeper, longer breath. No, they're not asleep. You could sense the focus in that breath. 2. White chamomile. Almost there. 1. Black allium. Devin completely relaxes and takes another long deep breath. You allow them to sit there for an extra moment. You're impressed by how well they've done, though you really won't know until they reopen their eyes. Devin, open your eyes. Devin raises her head and slowly opens her eyes. The panic and sense of unease that was there before are gone. Are you sure that wasn't magic? I feel so much calmer now. Calmer, but not out of it or like sleepy. Like I feel like I can do things. Like I want to do things. This is weird. That's probably part the meditation and part the incense. Wow. I think I'm ready to play for Ruth and Mel. That's great. Do you want me to go with you? Actually, I think I'll go on my own. I think I've got the confidence this time. And it's all thanks to you. Remember, witchcraft is a melding of energies, so it's not just mine. I guess you're right. Sometimes I wish I had something to carry with me all the time, like something to remind me of the power of my energy. Something to carry. Oh, is that silly? No, not at all. Sorry. I was just a little lost in thought is all. I should get going. I don't want to keep Mel and Ruth waiting. Thanks again for all your help, LOTTIO. Of course. Anytime. Devin wants something they could always carry. What about that locket in Jimena's store? Maybe I could craft something out of that. Maybe I can haggle down the price too. All of these are so expensive still. I think that's everyone. Was that everyone? Oh, okay. I did give him a treat. Okay, I did do everything. Okay. And now we end. Oh. I'm tired. Alright, friends, that's where we're gonna end for tonight. Oh my goodness, that relaxation. Good thing we ended with that one. It made me relax. Oh, stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch. What unfortunate timing. We're getting an ad right when we end? That's so dumb. God. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really had a great time. I'm so happy that we were able to finish Resident Evil Village. We finally did it. 3 years. It just took 3 years to finish Resident Evil Village, but we're here. We've done it. I'm proud of myself. And right before my trip, so I feel like I accomplished something. I'm so glad that we were able to finish. Like I kind of mentioned, I will be gone for the rest of the week, so no more streams for the rest of the week here at least. Of course, please go check out my friends. They will be streaming this week, so hold on, let's see. Let's start. I'm actually going to be visiting Sherp, so they're going to be streaming for a couple of days, so please go check them out. Right now, Sherp is playing through Silent Hill 2, so if you're looking for horror games, they would be the perfect person to go hang out with. They're also holding their Sherptober right now, which is a annual subathon. Right now she's she's raising funds for her 1.0 model. Give me 1 second. Sorry. In my throat, I had to like cough. And I don't want to cough in the mic, so I muted it real fast so I wouldn't like hurt anybody's ears. But yeah, right now she's doing Sherptober. She's raising money towards her 1.0 VTuber model, which I'm very excited for her. She showed off the art already, so we know what her VTuber is going to look like, but the rest of it is going to be like her panels and emotes and everything that will go with it. So go support her right now. She's one of my best friends, and I'm going to be visiting her literally tomorrow, so really excited to hang out with her. And yeah, I'll be in Seattle visiting basically the Sherp and my family. I'll be visiting Portland and Seattle both. I'm just basically going to Washington, hang out with friends and family, but also like getting away. We haven't been able to go on a trip in a very long time just because of my health issues, unfortunately, has been keeping me landlocked basically here. And we decided to just do an impromptu like little trip to family. So that's where we're going. I'm really excited. Have fun. Thank you. I'm really excited about it. I'm like also nervous, but it'll be fine. It will genuinely be okay. It's gonna be good. I'm just stressed out because there's like a few factors that I can't control. Like I said, this will be the first time that Cinder and Ash are going to be home mostly by themselves. We do have people checking in on them, but I'm just nervous because the girls have not been by themselves for that long, and it makes me nervous. Hopefully it's not too hard on them. I'm going to be a little sad if, you know, they're all shell-shocked by the time we get back. I'm gonna be so sad. You also have Wispin. If you haven't been following Wispin is also right now doing Wispy Ween, where she's playing like games for Halloween, but she's also still going through her subathon as well, fundraising towards her 2.0, their 2.0 model. So go check them out while I'm gone. I believe Wispin is going to be streaming most of the days that we're not. So Sherp is going to be mostly streaming all of this week, but then they're going to be taking a couple nights off to come into town and hang out with my husband and I. So they will have a couple days where they're going to be off, but I'm pretty sure Wispin is going to be live those days. So go check them out. I was looking. What's today? The 15th? I guess there's not really a schedule for them. Hopefully, I might be leading you astray. They don't have a schedule out, but they're doing their subathon, so I feel like they are gonna be playing, you know, games. So please go check them out, give them love and support. And yeah, I will be back next week sometime. Unsure what day. Unsure the exact day. I will put up a schedule in the Discord. So if you would like to know when I'm back, keep an eye on Discord, keep an eye on Twitter. And if you want to see the finale, but we're unable to, please go check out my VOD channel. I will put that up in a moment. So I have my Twitter listed there, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram, my VOD channel, and then of course the Discord if you would like to keep up to date. I will be posting pictures most likely of my trip, so if you would like to see pictures of Seattle, then check it out there. I'll also be trying to text, but I'm also trying to be in the moment. So if you don't see anything until I get back, like on Monday, that's why. But yeah, I'm trying to remember. I feel like I'm missing something. It looks like Stelina also is going to be streaming this week. They're going to be playing Cult of the Lamb. So if you want spooky vibes while I'm gone, please go check them out as well. Comfy spooky vibes, just like how we were doing tonight. They're going to be playing Cult of the Lambs this week as well, so go check them out. I will be back in a week. I hope everybody is having a wonderful October. I'm going to miss you all. I don't think I'm going to raid out tonight. I think I'm just going to end. I know, that's like bad. But I need to do a little bit of packing, like last minute packing. So I'm not going to be able to interact properly with the friendos that we go raid. So I think it would just be better for me to end stream tonight. But yeah, thanks so much for stream. Thanks so much for hanging. Thank you again. Chaos King for the raid. And then also the Sherb for subscribing, and Colossal Activist for the follow today. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Be kind. See you next week. Bye, friends.